I don't care if it's a week, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? LeBron James. That's who y'all gotta start appreciating. And you gotta stop disrespecting this man. You got AJ Brown, who's a legit number one, and you got Julio, who's another legit number one. One of them dudes gotta get double teamed. Who gonna get double teamed? And whoever gets double teamed, the other one gets the ball. I'm saying this with no pun intended, but full of pride. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as the children say in the streets, what they do, baby, it's your boy Pride. Welcome to another episode of the Prideful Takes podcast. As always, I got that man Mike B in the building. Mike, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. Coming off holiday season, Bulls win, Saint Nick delivered a win against the Seahawks. So I'm feeling good, man.
Yo, and it's kind of funny because when I saw they won, I was like, "Oh yeah, both mics are hype as shit."
Yeah,
because you and I know another Mike who's a Bull or not Bulls, who was a Bears fan, and when I saw that, I was like, they both living their best life right now, dog. They living their best life.
It took 16 weeks. No, we on week. That was week 16, right? Yeah, it took 16 weeks for Matt Nagy to grow some balls to just go for it and win the game. Like, we haven't seen that all season, and
which has been his problem.
Yeah,
it was week 16.
He just went for it and won himself a game. I thought he was gonna get fired, but it's 2 games left, and I guess we can just wait it out.
I guess we can just wait it out. So obviously we do have a packed show, but let us get right into it. Mike, obviously it is Monday. We out here for the hot takes. And by the way, Gritty Yuki said, let's not talk about that ass whooping. Pride is growing his hair out. By the way, I'm just letting y'all know I'm trying to grow my hair out because I want to try to get it braided. I really do. I kind of want to. I wanted it forever, but I've never really done it because that means I have to be dedicated to like the hair stuff to letting it grow.
What kind of braid? Like regular cornrow or like the new braids they got now with the different styles?
The new ones. So basically, I kind of want them like skinnier and like long, so about to here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those. You know. So that's what I want to do, and I want to see how I look. If I look hideous, I'm just never growing my hair out again. Swear to God. This is why. And Gritty and Yuki, thank you, Mike. Literally, you abandoned your team, and all of a sudden, you were happy for this win. Gritty and Yuki with the phenomenal comment. This is why you stay loyal to your team, Mike. But let's get into it. I'm here for the smoke. Give me your hot take for the week.
My hot take, since All-Star voting up, my hot take is we got the Chicago Bulls get not 1, but 2 starters for this year All-Star team, and Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. That's my hot take.
I love it because no lie, they both deserve it.
Yeah, because I seen the ballot and they both listed as guard, so I think it's a good chance that both of those guys get in.
Yeah, I'm with you. I do believe they should. But for me, Gritty and Yuki with the hot take. Houston will give the Niners problems in week 17, and you need to beat them in a close game. By the way, for those of y'all who don't know, Gritty and Yuki is a 49ers fan. I've been telling people this Houston team it's not that they're, obviously compared to everyone else, they're bad, right? But when they get clicking early on in the game, they ride that energy out.
And they look, they got themselves a quarterback. Davis Mills been kind of solid.
He has, yeah. I mean, he started rough, but he's all right now. Look, for me, this, and honestly, I don't know if you heard about it. Russ had a triple-double. He was ecstatic about it. Shot 4 for 20.
Before you finish, it's funny because when the Bears had their second round pick, we didn't get Justin Fields. I was studying Davis Mills a lot because I thought he was going to be our quarterback, but then we ended up training up to get Justin. So that's just
And listen, Davis Mills, for those of people who are saying, "Oh, he's horrible," he's not horrible.
Yeah,
he's not. He was thrown in a bad situation.
Yeah.
And they expected him. Look, if Matthew Stafford cannot make Detroit work, and he was in there for a while, how could we possibly expect Davis Mills to make the Texans work? And again, Matthew Stafford has been in Detroit for a while. He couldn't make it work. Why are you going to throw this kid in a horrible situation and expect him to just like that figure it out?
That's couldn't really make it work like that. And once he lost D-Hop, he couldn't really, he had no weapons and the day was going downhill. So I just want to get that out. Like, I was really watching Davis Mills highlight tapes for the whole leading up to the draft. So
yeah, and like I said, like I don't know if he's good. I don't know if he's bad. But like I said, I don't think it's fair for us to look at him, and especially what he did earlier, and say he's horrible.
Yeah.
Because I then asked people, put anybody else in that situation. Frankly, there's probably only 3 quarterbacks who in that situation would thrive. And that's Tom Brady, that's Aaron Rodgers, and Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. Outside of those 3, if you put, as much as I love this guy, you put Josh Allen in there, I don't know if he's doing the same thing. I don't know if he's going to make that work. If you put, and again, we didn't have to say nothing about Matthew Stafford, because Matthew Stafford was in that same position in Detroit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of these quarterbacks, if you put them in that situation, unless you're those 3 quarterbacks, I don't think you make it work. So I'm not gonna slaughter the kid. That's just no. But going on to my hot take for the week, Russ had he had a triple double. I think he shot like 44 for 20, something like that. It was horrible. It was a bad shooting for him. He got triple double and they got excited. Stan Van Gundy came out, and I want to read verbatim what he tweeted. And again, I'm with him on this one. In the NBA, achieving a triple-double does not mean a player played well. I did not realize how much of a hot take this was until I went to the comment section, to like when you can comment on somebody's tweets. Until I looked there. And all of a sudden, everyone and their mom is like, nah, if you got a triple-double, that means you played well. I'm like, no, it doesn't. Because, again, if you're scoring 15 points, it takes 17 shots to get it. That's horrible. Now, if you're assisting the ball, sure, that's cute. Until you sit there and realize for every turnover you're giving up for every assist you're giving up almost a whole turnover. That's not good.
Then when you look up at the scoreboard, you still getting smacked. That ain't good either.
No, it's not, and it's like it's bizarre to me. It really is bizarre because I'm looking at it, and again, I've thought this forever. Like I'm like, yeah, triple doubles. Listen, they're hard to get, and I'm not gonna, pretend or anything like that. But again, I'm not gonna sit here and say just because you got a triple double, I'm not gonna say that you played good. I can't say that because again, when it comes to triple doubles, when you're scoring the ball, how well are you scoring? How well are you scoring? Because if you're scoring horribly and it's inefficient, I'm not gonna applaud you. Why should I applaud you? So like for instance, Russell Westbrook, hear this. He had, let's see, all right, so he had 13 points. It took him 20 shots to get it. Is that good or bad?
It's bad.
It's horrible, right? Okay. This one was okay because he had 11 assists, 3 turnovers. I mean, it's 3 turnovers, but for Russ, that's not bad. For Russell Westbrook, that's not bad. And by the way, for those 12 rebounds that everyone is like hyping up about, can anyone explain to me how he got the rebounds? Oh, no, wait, I will tell you. This dude is ignoring his defensive assignment. I mean, like what are we doing here? If he's ignoring his defensive assignment, but he gets the really, let's be honest, because for every time you do that and you give someone else a wide open 3, What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know how many corner threes he gave up? Uncontested? Uncontested. Like, what are we doing here? Straight up, what are we doing here? So I'm with Stan 100%, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it just because you get a triple double doesn't necessarily mean you had a great game.
Hmm. Especially
That
when you
doesn't.
lose when you lose a ball game. What you looking for?
Yeah, man. Like, bro, like, what are we doing here, dog? We need to start putting this stuff in context. We need to understand something, dog. Like, just because somebody sit there and say, "Oh yeah, I got a triple double," all I'm just saying, that doesn't necessarily mean you played a great game. We need to see how you played. How'd you get the triple double? If you got it because you earned it, great, phenomenal. Again, 4 for 20 to only give me 13 points.
Yeah.
Anybody else, we're slaughtering them for it. But Russell Westbrook, we got to protect him. We were not allowed to critique him. James Harden was doing stuff like this earlier this season, and we were murdering his good name, bro. We were destroying his name. But Russ does it, we let it rock. So I just wanted to say that. Great Yuki with the hot take from in the comment section. Cardinals will be out of the playoff, giving the Saints and the Vikings a chance to get the 7th seed. Cardinals out of the playoffs. Mike, you agree or disagree? Just real quick, because that's going to be the next topic we're going to go in. So agree or disagree, Cardinals out of the playoffs.
Nah. I don't think they gonna lose two more to get knocked out of the playoffs. Like, nah, I don't see it.
Well, to burst your bubble, because this kind of goes. Matter of fact, we're gonna push it up. We're gonna talk about the that NFC real quick, because the Cardinals have officially clinched a playoff spot. So Packers, Dallas, the LA Rams, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Arizona Cardinals are the 5 teams so far that have clinched, right? So right now there's only 2 spots open. So the Cardinals can't really miss the playoffs. However, there are 2 spots left right now. Currently, at the 6th slot, it's the San Francisco 49ers, and at the 7th slot, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. Mind you, the Saints are 7-7, and if they beat the Miami Dolphins, if they beat them, would be 8-7 and are still potentially in the mix. So, Mike, let me ask you. Now, obviously, the Vikings, Falcons, and Washington football teams still theoretically all have a chance to get in the playoffs. But right now, the Niners and the Eagles, they hold on to the last 2 slots. Do you think they keep those, or is there another team that comes and takes them?
I think it stays the same. Like, I don't. The Washington football team, I feel like they not clicking right now. Same with the Atlanta Falcons. The Vikings might, and the Saints. I don't think so because they every week is a different quarterback. So I'm sticking with the 49ers and the Eagles. The Vikings got a slim chance. So yeah, that's why I'm going.
There it is. I was muted. But nah, I agree with you. I think it'll be the same, to be honest. I think at worst, how the hell do you allow 50 plus? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think the Washington football team went out there, and to me, it just looked like they didn't really care. Maybe it's just me, but it looks like they just threw in the towel. It looks like almost they said we don't care about the regular season or the postseason because we're not going to do anything anyway. That's almost what that looked like to me. Now, again, if I'm wrong, please let me know. But I just saw this lack of energy, lack of hustle, which is weird because Taylor Heineke, he usually is like, he usually is that spark plug. So it was kind of weird a little bit. I just think top to bottom, the whole team didn't care.
I want to see where they go with quarterback next off season. They running back with Heineken, or are they trying to go and get somebody? Because they got some pieces over there, and that they still got a good defense. I know they lost Chase Young.
And it's gonna be interesting. It really will because they do look. They could potentially trade for Russ. They could potentially coax Aaron Rodgers somehow. Deshaun Watson could potentially, if Miami still doesn't work out, could potentially end up there. But Me personally, I think they should just roll with what they got. Because again, in this free agent and in this new free agent class, outside of those three gentlemen, the next best, let's be honest, the next best quarterback is Ben Roethlisberger. Now, I already had my thoughts on that, but if an old Ben Roethlisberger is really the fourth best quarterback,
yeah,
stick with what you got, unless you're San Francisco and you don't want to pay all that money. But I mean, we'll see. Look, they definitely do have a lot of stuff they need to figure out. Green Yuki said, so I heard if we tie with the Saints and Eagles at the end of the season, we'll be out of the playoffs. Look, tying is weird.
yeah.
It is weird. Like, what's weird about it is you get all of the negatives and none of the positives. Like you didn't lose, but it still sets you back. So instead of a full game, you're now a game like Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is what? Let me see. I think so. Pittsburgh is a game and a half back because they're 7-7-1.
Yeah.
So they are a game and a half back. So basically, for them to get in, they probably need to win out, and then every other team has to lose twice. They would have to lose twice. So for them, it would have to be the Raiders have to lose twice, Chargers have to lose twice, and then the Bengals would have to lose twice.
Which I don't see none of them teams losing, depending on the schedule, losing twice. Like I think the Steelers gonna finish 8-8, just 8-1.
Right. Which I honestly I believe that too. I believe that too. So, that's kind of the weird thing about ties where like you're going to be X and a half games back, which then puts you in this weird position that and that's what I'm saying, you get none of the positive because you didn't lose. So it's not a loss on your record, but you're still pushed back and you're pushed back a half game, which is basically the same thing as being back 2 games. It's the same thing. So you literally get all of the negative of a loss without getting the loss. Like, it's weird. So I'm pretty sure if the Chargers, the 49ers, they would have to tie twice. If they tie twice, then it backs them up. But even then, it won't necessarily really back them up, considering that the Eagles and the Saints, that'll be a whole cluster show. That's a cluster show I'm not looking forward to breaking down.
Yeah, I think it stays the same though. I think San Francisco stays right there, and I think Philly, or they might switch out. But like I said, only team on the outside looking in, I really have like a slight chance of faith in is the Minnesota Vikings because they got receivers, run game, and the defense is average.
Right, and again, it's gonna be, and like you said, dog, it's gonna be very interesting too because me personally, I'm about to pull up the Viking schedule because
I know they got one against us. I don't know what's their last game.
Oh no, against you guys is the last game.
All right.
Their game before that, who they got on January 2nd, the Green Bay Packers.
Oh yeah, so
So
they might split that.
Which they end up splitting it. I think that is gonna kind of be the nail in the coffin.
If those games will revert, if it was Chicago then Green Bay, then maybe I could say they can win. Probably because I believe at that time Green Bay would probably have the number 1 seed clinched by then, and they would sit Aaron Rodgers.
Right? Yeah, so, they would probably sit Aaron Rodgers. They'd probably sit Devontae Adams. They'll sit AJ Dillon, or Aaron Jones. Probably they would sit a lot of dudes.
And they probably see what Jordan Love got.
Exactly. So like. Now I'm there with you, which ironically, the Packers' last game they played Detroit. So if they sit all them, then Detroit that's a win potentially for Detroit. But yeah, I'm with you. I think it stays the same. I think the only team who has a chance at this point would be the Saints. It really, but again, what happened with the Saints, that will really be determined based on what happens tonight in terms of their game with the Dolphins. We will get to that in a moment here. But before we go there, let's swing back to the NBA. All-Star voting has commenced, which begs the million-dollar question, Mike. Who are some players who definitely should make? You already said two in Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. Outside of them, what other players do you expect to see in the All-Star game?
I gotta throw in Giannis. Giannis having another good year. KD been carrying Brooklyn. And let me think about somebody out west. The Phoenix Suns and the Warriors gotta at least have two apiece. Either Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Damn, but I can't say who other than the Warriors, other than Stephen Curry, who just deserved one.
They'll probably give it to Draymond.
Draymond.
They'll probably will give it to Draymond.
So yeah, I know at least four of those. 3 out of the 4, it should be a lot. If they want to give it to Draymond, then I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at that. I'm trying to think of first time All Star.
Somebody first time All Star.
Yeah, somebody who can get in, who been having a good year.
If we're gonna be nice, can my boy De'Aaron Fox get a call one time really quick?
Yeah, I don't think not this year though. But
did John Morant make it last year?
I don't think so.
No, right then. This is his year.
Yeah,
this is his year.
Yeah, because they fourth in the West right now. Oh, somebody from Cleveland got to get in. They got it's in Cleveland.
Here's the question. Let me ask you something. Evan Mobley, he gets in.
I think they give it to
Or you think they give it to Jared Allen?
No, I think they give it to Garland.
Ooh, you think okay?
Because Mobley playing in the rookie game, and he playing good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think like you gotta have like a fantastic rookie year to get voted into the All-Star game. And I think if I'm looking at that team, I would give the nod to Darius Garland over any of those guys. And I know it's gonna be a lot of guys that might get snubbed because with this whole
this gonna be a snub year. Let's call it what it is. This gonna be a snub year.
Yeah, with the whole COVID year and a lot of teams not really playing too good. And I think Bradley Beal might get snubbed.
Not might, he will get snubbed.
Yeah. I think so. I think Trae Young gets in.
Because you got Trae Young, they'll probably put him in. Then you got Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. So
I got some guards right here. I got Trae Young, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Bradley Beal, Jaylen Brown, James Harden. I'm not going to name Tyler Hero or Fred VanVleet. But LaMelo Ball, Darius Garland.
They're going to put LaMelo in there just because of his name. They're going to put LaMelo in there. That's what, 5 we already got?
Yeah, that's it for the guards.
Like, I don't know. I think he might. I think he might get snubbed.
Yeah, but like I said, Trae Young, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, James Harden, LaMelo Ball. Or I wouldn't be surprised they choose Garland over Trae Young.
Think so?
It's possible. But I know DeMar and Zach gotta be a lot because those two been balling. James Harden is James Harden. I don't think he would get left out of the All-Star game. So it's
because look, like in the East, bro, it's tough. It's tough. I ain't even gonna hold you, homie. It's tough. Like right now, like I don't know if any of y'all know. But if y'all go to the actual NBA thing, they actually give you an opportunity to let you pick,
the whole roster.
Well, the starting 5 for each.
Oh yeah.
So for me,
I put in my vote. Oh yeah,
so for me, I put John Morant and Curry. That's my front court, and then I put, that's my backcourt. That's my backcourt. And then I got Braun, Karl Anthony Towns, and Jokic as my front court.
I was thinking about
I think
Cat
this is the
too.
year Karl Anthony Towns. Damn, man, I don't know. I feel like Karl Anthony Towns should have been. He should have had a few more, but it's because he's in Minnesota. They treat him like dirt.
Yeah.
So I think this is the year. I think they're nice. And then on for the East, I think DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. I think they're going to be the starting guards. And then I got Jason Tatum, which I believe he deserves it. Then obviously Giannis and Kevin Durant. I think Kevin Durant should have the most votes.
Yeah.
In the East because
I think it's between him and Curry.
Oh, overall. Oh, no, now like, overall it'll be between
the two captains. They have two captains. So it'll be for the East to be Kevin Durant with the most vote, and then for the West to be Curry.
Yeah, 100%. Which again, in the East, at least in the East, Kevin Durant should have the most votes.
Yeah. But we really the same with the East because I got, of course, Chicago native. I got Zach and DeRozan. I got Jason Tatum because I feel like he having a better season than Joel Embiid. And I got Giannis, of course, and KD. Then for the West, I got Curry and Devin Booker. And then now Paul George is hurt, so I might switch him out with somebody else.
I wasn't in terms of my starting. Paul George is never going to be in my starting. Nah, no disrespect to him whatsoever. But think about it. I got Steph and John Morant as my two guards.
Yeah.
That's not mentioning Devin Booker. Okay? That's still not mentioning Chris Paul. Luka Doncic is still not mentioned. Damian Lillard still not mentioned. So there's still a few other guys you could look at. Again, no disrespect to Paul George.
They got Paul George listed as a small four. That's why he ain't have him. If he was a guard, then no. But as far as
so they listed him as a forward?
Yeah.
That's adorable.
So I'll probably switch Paul George out with I'll probably switch him out with Cat, Jokic, and LeBron.
Get out of here. The disrespect for Karl Anthony Towns. For some unknown reason, man, it'll never stop.
I think he's getting because not KD. AD's hurt. Brandon Ingles on the shitty Pelican team. And it's not too many good fours either. Not even for the Eastern Conference. You only got KD, Giannis, Tatum, and Joel. Maybe Jimmy Butler. So I'm really intrigued to see who's gonna make it this year.
It's gonna be very interesting. I ain't gonna hold you, dog. It's gonna be very, very interesting. Like I said, dog, I wholeheartedly believe there's gonna be a couple snubs. So when all this gets said and done,
I think it's just gonna be with the guard because they got the guards.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like the guards is where the snubs are really gonna come. If we're gonna be honest,
like DeMar is really a forward, but I feel like Brown is a forward.
Gritty Yuki just pissed me off. Says another hot take. Gets his pride off. Dolphins will sweep the Patriots, potentially knocking them out of the playoffs. We'll see what happens. We'll see. But keeping in the NBA, the Lakers just continue to lose. They are 2 games under 500, chilling at a very casual 16-18. 7th in the West, which puts them in the play-in.
Again.
Mike, should they be worried?
Yes.
Talk to him.
Because we are in the not even almost to like the halfway mark, and you still look dysfunctional. And while other teams is clicking, and it's gonna be hard to catch up once these teams start clicking. Like the Golden State Warriors been together for a while. They core group, Draymond, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry been together for a while, so they already have chemistry within them three. And the guys on their team know they role. Phoenix Suns coming off a finals run, so those guys clicking. The Utah Jazz, like I said, is probably one good wing away, like Harrison Barnes away from being really, really good. They clicking. The Grizzlies, not saying they are a threat, but they clicking. Over at the East, you got Brooklyn Nets. You still got KD, James Harden. Whenever Kyrie come back, you got my Bulls. They're people. I thought they was gonna click to maybe after All-Star break. They clicking right now. The defending championship. Yeah, so it's so many teams that are already clicking right now, and for this Laker team who's still trying to find something, identity, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, and here's my thing, and here's kind of my thing. And again, maybe it's just me, but I'm not expecting the Lakers at around this time to look like at as best as possible, right?
Yeah,
I just need them to look better than they did game one. This Lakers team looks the exact same to me.
yeah,
The exact same. I don't see any improvement. And people go, oh, well, Pride, it's the injuries. Well, here's my rebuttal to that. The guys who are out for the most part, if we're gonna be honest, they're not in the starting lineup. I mean, honestly, the only dude who probably was gonna get a lot of minutes that was out probably was Trevor Ariza. That's it. Outside of Trevor Ariza,
yeah.
look, y'all signed Kendrick Nunn. He's out. Not only was he injured, and he still has yet to play, but then now there's questions when Kendrick Nunn comes back. Oh, does that mean with Kendrick Nunn being back, he's gonna have to fight for some minutes? So it's like you can't sit there and tell me that, oh my God, these guys, they're good, they're fine, you can't tell me all this shit, man. You just can't. A lot of the guys who are out, they're just fighting for minutes. They need to shake up this roster because the mistake that the Lakers made, yes, was getting Russell Westbrook. The reason I say that's a mistake, you did not need a guy to come out to take over. You just needed a guy who can fill the third role and occasionally give you 25 for a little stretch here and there.
And they didn't fill out they didn't fill out the role players first. They went to get the big fish and got stuck trying to figure out what role players to plug in.
Yes,
To surround the three players, which the role players they choose don't surround the big three. And
Richard,
you got, not trying to call them old, but you got old guys who not can't really defend the perimeter. Yeah, they can defend the paint, but it's nowadays it's different. People play small ball lineups now, and you're not gonna put Dwight Howard out there for 30 minutes to guard a small ball lineup.
right? So it's like, and then on top of that, like, look, so Russ was like, I think people are expecting me to have 25, 15, 15. That's not a normal thing that people do consistently. I know I've done it in the past 5 years, but it's not normal. We're not asking you to average 25, 15, and 15. That's not what you're asking to do. We're asking you to be smart with the ball, be efficient, and most importantly, stop turning the ball off on some stupid stuff.
And it's like when when one player like mess up, then they just out of it. They don't want to play defense the next play. It's not
Yeah,
just
they all get
LeBron.
mad.
I seen Westbrook do it plenty of times. I seen Anthony Davis do it plenty of times, and that's not a good example to set for the other guys on the team.
Nah, dog. It's tough because think about it. You got Anthony Davis, who's in the prime of his career. Think about it. In the prime of his career, and he's getting injured. Injuries that are taking him out way longer than he needs to be out. And when he is on the court, doesn't want it. You're a five. Play like it. Oh, I don't want to. Like,
And And I feel like him at the five is the only way it can work out because, like I said, the small ball lineups, and you can play LeBron at the three or the four, or have another wing who can defend. You don't want Dwight Howard out there with Anthony Davis, and Dwight Howard can't defend outside the 3 point line, so you gotta have
exactly. Exactly. You need some sort of you gotta have some type of dimension in your thing. And again,
because
I just
Dwight
think and
Howard's not a 3 point shooter, so he
no,
can't get out the way to clear the paint.
right. And honestly, and you hit it perfectly. They were so focused on getting Anthony Davis, not Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, that when they got him, they were like, great. Oh, wait, hold on. Lonzo left. Oh shit. Caruso left. Dennis Schroeder's out. We got to replace them. Quick, go get me Malik Monk. Quick, go sign Kendrick Nunn. Like,
get Rondo back here.
And on top of that, you get Rondo and you're barely using him. Now they're only using him because they have to. So it's like I don't know, man. It's just the way I look at it, dog. Like, not to be that dude, but seriously, what are we doing?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like LA, they need to figure it out.
They're not even going to bring Isaiah Thomas back.
Which I get it, but at the same time I don't. The reason and look, I said this earlier, Mike. I think I said this around you. That this era, when they brought IT back, this was going to be a pivotal point in Russell Westbrook's relationship with not only the Lakers, not only with Bron, not only with AD, but in terms of will he stay or will he go?
Yeah.
Because they tried something else, didn't work. So now they're going to be like, we got to keep Russ. Like, this was it. And them not signing AD, or not AD. Jeez, I'm just stumbling. But them not bringing back Isaiah Thomas just shows to everyone they're gonna keep Russ. They're gonna keep him. They're gonna keep him. They're gonna get bounced in the first round if they even make out of the play-in. And again, I'm not expecting them to be a number one seed. But again, they're playing the same exact way. And I don't want people telling me, oh my God, COVID. You can't tell me that.
Because everybody getting hit with COVID.
Exactly. Everyone is getting hit with COVID and injuries. Everyone's getting hit with it. Golden State got hit with it. Holla at me, how they doing? Brooklyn got hit with it. Still number one seed in the East. The Bulls got hit with injuries and COVID, and y'all second.
And Kevin Durant got his running mate Kyrie Irving, who haven't played not yet, and James Harden's, he ain't James Harden, but he's still giving him them 20 points a game.
So it's like,
and they got the best record in the Eastern Conference.
Right. So it's like, don't sit there and tell me it's just because of injury. You can't tell me that. Because when y'all big three steps out on that court, you guys don't look right. And I don't think that's a hot take. I just think that's common sense, and people don't get mad. And yeah, look, if we're gonna be honest and bring this over to football, the Texans' best receiver in Brandon Cooks was out, and they washed the LA Chargers. They washed them.
About 20.
They dominated from the first whistle, from kickoff. They dominated. So you can't sit there and tell me the whole time, oh yeah, COVID. You can't
everybody
tell me
dealing with that.
But yeah, because that's something everybody deals with, man. That's something everybody deals with. Is it unfortunate? Yes, it is. But at the same time, don't blame that, because even in the beginning when y'all were healthy, how are y'all looking? Bad.
Yeah.
That's it. And again, if they want to be, quote, contenders, look, Golden State has gone through stuff, and they're riding out.
Yeah.
They're riding out. Brooklyn has went through stuff. The Suns have went through stuff. Bulls have went through stuff. You can't tell me all these other teams went through stuff and are still playing at a great level, and you guys go through it, and that's the excuse?
And they little brother, the Clippers, don't have their best player, Kawhi Leonard, and they
have a better record. They have a better record.
Paul George got who's the next best player on the Clippers
right now? Probably Terrence Mann.
Yeah,
Terrence Mann. Maybe Vucevic.
Reggie Jackson, the next best scorer.
Oh yeah, Reggie Jackson. Which, if Reggie Jackson is your next best player, you should not be doing this.
But the highest I can see them getting is probably to that 5th seed, because if they get on the run, because the Nuggets and the Clippers really close to them, and like
look. Let me be nice, right? I'm gonna be nice.
Oh, before you say that, and they blamed the coach, and Frank Vogel been gone, and they still
gone. They had Vince, and look how they're balling.
Yeah, I just want to throw that out.
Yeah, man. Like, what are we doing, bro? And I told people, look, y'all can't blame Frank Vogel, He's a defensive coach, and he don't really have that many defensive players. We need to put that into consideration. You can't sit here and say Frank Vogel. Look, I said this before. Gordon Ramsay is one of the finest chefs in the world, right? If you go give him a literal pile of shit, and you go get him trash, and then you go pee in a cup, and you tell him, make me a gourmet meal, you think he gonna do it? No, because it's impossible. It's impossible.
I thought you was gonna say that he's gonna turn into something good. I'm like, nah, I'm not.
No, he's not.
I'm still not.
No, he's not. No, he's not. So I just don't like when people say, "Oh yeah, we got to blame Frank Vogel." I don't think so, because he doesn't have the personnel. Greg Popovich right now is struggling with the Spurs. Does that mean that he's horrible? No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the personnel. What do you want from him? What do you want from him?
And they still only 2 games behind the Lakers.
They're in the play-in. And my thing is, look, get Steve Kerr, who a lot of people think is the best coach in the NBA because of what he's done with Golden State, which we all know that was really Mark Jackson who did that, and Steve Kerr just came in and took them. But we're not going to talk about that, right? If y'all want to get him, put him on the Rockets. Are the Rockets better or worse?
Probably the same as they is right now.
So what are we doing here? What do we do? You put Steven Silas on Golden State. They better or worse?
Better.
And why are they better?
Because they got they big 3 and Draymond, Steph, and Clay.
Come on, son. That's all I'm saying with that. Don't sit there and tell me that, oh yeah, it's strictly Frank Vogel's fault. Y'all giving Frank Vogel dog shit and you expecting him to do some wizardry? No, I don't want to hear that. And by the way, to what you're saying about the Clippers right now are over 500. They're 17 and 16. They're 5th in the West, and everything they do, they're just better. As of right now, they just are. And look, right now, at the Lakers, they're 7th in the West, right? They're 7th. They're in the play. I'm gonna be nice and say they go through everything and they win, right? So if I understand this correctly, it's the 7th and 8th seed play each other, and the 9th and 10th seed play each other.
Mm-hmm.
Winner of the 7th versus 8th seed gets the 7th seed, and the loser plays the winner of the 9th and 10th seed. The loser gets bounced, and the winner gets the 8th seed. I'm gonna be nice, because based on how that would be, it would be Lakers at the 7th seed playing the 8th seed Dallas Mavericks. And then Minnesota at the 9th seed playing the 10th seed Spurs. I'm going to be nice and say the Lakers win and they stay at the 7th seed.
Yeah.
I'm going to be nice, right? So that means they would play right now the number 2 seed Phoenix Suns. Are they winning that? They're barely winning a game. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. If you're a Laker fan, you need to accept that reality. Y'all might get swept. Y'all might get swept.
And look, this. I'm gonna read you the some of these players that was on the championship team, Laker team. That was a key contributor to what they had going on. You had Caruso 3-and-D, KCP 3-and-D, Danny Green 3-and-D. You had Markieff Morris 3-and-D, Deion Waiters 3-and-D, J.R. Smith. So those guys who contribute like defense, who did what Frank Vogel wanted to do.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, look, when y'all gave Frank Vogel something, he helped lead this team to the finals where they won. What are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? And again, look, right now, like I said, in the 7th seed, they're playing the Suns. They're not beating the Suns.
No.
Let's say they move up to the 6th seed and they're playing Utah, the Utah Jazz. I don't think they're beating Utah.
The only way they beat Utah is Donovan Mitchell just have a off season.
If he just has like a playoff meltdown.
Yeah, but
that's it.
But they need Conley to step up too. But I think Jordan Clarkson will carry some of the load too. So I believe that they can beat the Lakers though.
So again with all this stuff, it's horrible. Look, at home the Lakers are 10-10. At the new crypto.com arena, stupid ass name, they're 10-10. On the road, they're 6-10.
Then they
And
had
their
a
division, huh?
they made a video package like thanking the
The
damn
Staples
the
Center.
Staples Center. I'm like, it's still the same building. The memories is not going to go anywhere. Just a different name.
I was thinking the same thing. I thought they were going to tear down the building, but no, they're saying goodbye because if I'm not mistaken, in this offseason, they're renovating it. So I guess it's supposed to look different, something like that. Still the same building, but whatever. But in terms of home, they're 10-10. Away, they're 6-8. In their division, they are 1-5. In the conference, 8-12. They average about 110 points per game, and they give up on average about 112.3 points per game. So they have a point differential of minus 2.3. The lost 5. They're on a 5-game losing streak, and they're 4-6. Gritty Yuki says they changed the name for what exactly? For money. Like like they Genie Bus got cut a fat check for that. So that's why they changed the name. But look, this Lakers team,
they making moves off the court, but they ain't making moves to help them on the court.
No, they making moves on the court. They moving their way out the playoffs. That's what they doing. Because bro, they're making. Listen, Mike. Let me ask you a question. If I give you a list of things that you should not do, right? Are you gonna look at the list and say, you know what, this is stuff I don't do? What are you gonna do with that list?
Throw it away.
The Lakers have kept the list, framed it, put it on their wall, and are literally doing everything they're not supposed to do. They are literally making every mistake they're not supposed to do. Then they had the surprise Pikachu face, and look, I am a LeBron James stan. I believe LeBron James is the greatest basketball player in the history of the game. I love LeBron. Feel me? But as much as I love LeBron, you gotta wear this one, bro. You have to wear this one.
And see, that's why, most people, LeBron fans, they don't speak the truth. They just be like,
I don't know why. I don't know why they're doing that. Listen, again, do I love LeBron? Well, I defend him like crazy. By the way, Gritty Yuki says, yeah, I don't know why Lakers fans are making a big deal about Staples Center, because you got to remember something. Right now, they're down bad, and Staples Center kind of reminds them of the time where they were very successful. So that's kind of really what it is. It's kind of like, oh my God, we're very successful, now on to kind of the same thing with New England fans, right? Like Foxborough, we play Foxborough and it's called Gillette Stadium. Me as a fan, if we were to change it to anything else, I would go, it sounds a little off, because in Gillette Stadium, that's where we've had our most success. Now, I'm not going to be like the Lakers fans start crying and saying this is the end of an era.
Yeah.
I ain't going to go that buck wild.
I mean, I'd be
because
like,
it's still the same. It's the same building. The only change is the name.
I'd be like, man, what the hell? But like, it's a business move. What can I do? So.
Yeah, but real quick, look, and again, I love LeBron. I'm a LeBron James stan. If anyone here has ever heard me talk about LeBron, I idolize this man. But LeBron, you have to wear this one, because they could have had both Buddy Hield and DeMar DeRozan. You could have had two guys who fit this offense way better, and you said no because you yourself wanted Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
And he wanted Russell Westbrook and Carmelo Anthony. Now, that doesn't mean that he wanted Malik Monk. Doesn't mean he wanted Kendrick Nunn. So did he want the whole team? No. But the reason I have to put it on LeBron is because when you went and got out those two guys, you now limited what you can bring everywhere else. You now handicapped yourself. So you can't just go out and get who you like. Legit people could have fit this better. You now had to work at a handicap. And again, I love LeBron. That's my guy. But in this instant, you got to wear this one, big dog.
He looked at it like it worked for him for so long. Like when him and D Wade and Chris Bosh got together, he wanted to play with those two guys, and they got whoever it is that they can get. But they were still young. The same with Cleveland. He wanted Kevin Love. They got Kevin Love, and they surrounded him with everything else. But now he's old, and he can't do the things he once was. So now he got
But
to
but
play with a.
but not only that, but it's not even that. This is the main problem with this big three. You see, when LeBron had his big three in Miami, they all did different things. LeBron was able to orchestrate the offense. When you needed a key shot here and there, you know what I mean? You gave the ball to D Wade. And then Chris Bosh was a big man who they ran certain plays for, and he held it down the paint.
He can play inside out.
Right. And then when you go to Cleveland, it's the same thing. Kyrie Irving, except he's more of a, when you need ISO plays, we go to Kyrie.
Yeah, when he does his bucket.
Thing. Yeah, he was a bucket. He did his thing. LeBron ran the floor. And then you got Kevin Love, who was a very respectable big man. At the time, he was a walking double-double. You know what I mean? He was very efficient, and he was a stretch 4, but maybe even a stretch 5. Yeah. So each of them did something different. Now you look at Russ and Bron and AD.
Yeah, I feel like him and AD was perfect because
if AD can stay, they didn't need a third.
Yeah, they needed a third who can give you like what D Wade and Kyrie can like combine, who can get you a bucket when you need a bucket.
Honestly, all they needed was a guy in your third to give you 15 points per game.
Yeah. Somebody who,
if you went and found yourself like an Andrew Wiggins type of player, they would have been fine. Oh, wait, that was available in DeMar DeRozan. Huh. I wonder how that worked out.
And that would have been DeMar could have played 2, LeBron at the 3, AD at the 4.
And you have so much at your disposal when you have him, because at the same time, remember, DeMar DeRozan could also play the 3. He could also play the 3
and the 4.
So it's like, yeah, like we've seen in those small lineups, DeMar DeRozan been up into the 4. So it's like,
and then you can rest. You could have rest LeBron and let DeMar and AD pick and roll. Did you see what he doing with Vooch in Chicago? Like it was so much stuff they could have, like DeMar DeRozan would have been the perfect fit for that Lakers team.
Perfect. But again, like I said, as much as I love LeBron, he gotta wear it. Yeah. He has no choice but to wear it. And I have nothing but love and respect for him. But the reason I say he needs to wear it.
So question.
Go ahead.
Do you think he get that 5th ring?
He gets what, you said?
Do you think he will ever get that 5th ring?
I think there's a potential for it. Now, can he win it with Russ? No. No. Let's just get that out the way. If he says I'm gonna make it work with Russ, he will never win another ring. Let's just call it what it is. However, I'm not gonna say that the door is completely shut. Now, is it closing? Yeah, it is. It is closing. But in terms of full goal shut, I'm not going to go that far just yet. Gritty Yukin says, hell no, he done. I don't think so. Because LeBron is playing, granted, he has missed some games.
Yeah.
But he is playing at an MVP level. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you change up, the roster a little bit, I think he'll be fine. I think he could potentially win 1, maybe 2.
Yeah,
but again,
I don't know about 2. I think he can win 1 more, only if AD can stay healthy. That's AD is his key to getting that other ring.
But I don't think AD. I'll be honest with you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna save that for next week. I'm gonna save this hot take for next week because I got one. I got one that will once again. If you thought me saying Ben Roethlisberger to the Niners was bad, wait till you hear next week's, bro. I'm about to have people on TikTok crying. But tonight, Monday Night Football, New Orleans, they host Miami, as both 7-7 teams desperately try to keep their playoff hopes alive. If the Dolphins win, they become 8-7, which will be tied with the Ravens, Chargers, and the Raiders, so they will still be able to be in that playoff hunt. Same thing with the Saints. If they become 8-7, they tie with the Niners and the Eagles. Mike, who you think gets the win?
I'm looking at the the injuries, but
Gritty Yuki, for NFL said, "Yo, that take pissed me off."
but Taysom Hill out, Trevor Simeon out. So who the hell starting that quarterback?
Good. It's the rookie Ian Book. Yes.
Yeah, I gotta go with the Miami Dolphins. I think Tua got them boys playing good, and yeah, I think the Dolphins get this
I'm with you. I got the Dolphins. Look,
unless Alvin Kamara have a
nope.
play.
Unless nothing. Nope. Unless nothing. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I ain't gonna be like Mike. That's a pussy take. That's a pussy answer. Goddamn it. Nah, I ain't letting you get away with that one, boy. I'm going all the way. I got the Dolphins, and let me tell you why. First of all, Tua Tagovailoa, I like him. I don't know why people don't like him. I don't know why they disrespect him.
I feel like him and Jalen Hurts get the most disrespect this year.
Yes. Oh,
Got
no
the most
debate.
respect this year.
No debate. No debate. It's like they get the most disrespect in the world. They could have perfect games, and if they lose it, somehow their fault.
Yeah.
Which I don't like. Gritty Yuki says, probably better watch out for the Dolphins. They may look Freddy, but they're deadly. Okay, they're not beating us. They're not beating us. What it is, what it is. I'm gonna tell you that if we lose to Miami, we don't deserve to be in the playoffs. I'm just put it like that. If we lose to them, we don't deserve to be in the playoffs. But for me, look, wholeheartedly, I'm going with the Dolphins. The Dolphins are the Dolphins are playing like the Colts right now. And what I mean by that is they're getting healthy and they're clicking at the right time. That's what they're doing, right? And again, they started real bad. They got it together, especially on the defensive end of the ball. They got it together. They're making a legit push. And like I said, I think they'll win. Ian Book, I just don't. And from what the things, because I had to look up Ian Book, based on what I've seen, he's an okay kid. He's solid. When you blitz him and you have to make him make quick decisions, that's where he struggles.
And the Dolphins can blitz.
This is what I've seen on him. I don't know whether or not that's true because I've never seen him before. Gritty Yuki says Saints are going downhill at the wrong time. They really are. They really are because, again,
that's what I need so they can trade us Sean Payton.
Ooh, Sean Payton to Chicago?
He went to school out here.
I wouldn't even be mad at that.
And he's friends with Ryan Pace.
The only reason I wouldn't mind that is as long as y'all give this man control.
Yeah.
As long as y'all give this man control.
But I think
you guys aren't that far off from being a solid team. A couple pieces here and there. Listen, the Chicago Bears is one of, if not, the most tantalizing and exciting job for any head coach. Because you guys have a young rookie QB.
A nice running back.
You have a nice running back. You might end up, Allen Robinson, if he stays, you got a solid number one. Defensively, you guys do have some holes, but again, these aren't holes that you can't fix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is
especially when you get the perfect coach in there. Who not gonna want to come to Chicago to play for Sean Payton, especially on the defensive end? And now you got an offensive players gonna want to come here. So
facts.
So yeah, I think this off season is a crucial.
Gritty and Yuki says, nah, Sean Payton staying because of crab legs Winston.
I think
Gritty and Yuki believes that the 49ers will take Allen Robinson, which is a potential. And if I'm Allen Robinson, if you want to stay in Chicago that bad, you wait and see how things play out.
But why would A-Rob go to San Fran and they don't know who their quarterback going to be next year? Unless they give him a bag.
I think other teams will be willing enough to give him a bag where he doesn't go to San Francisco.
But I think he'd be nice to San Francisco, but just all about who the quarterback would be because he didn't have no really good quarterback other than Justin Fields. So I think this decision will probably be like I want to go somewhere with a good solid quarterback.
Mm-mm-mm. We'll see how that goes. But you and I both agree we got the Dolphins, right?
Yeah. Sleeper team, he might go to the Colts.
Who?
A-Rob.
Maybe. Because I do like Michael Pittman. But I mean, if you get him, especially if T.Y. dips.
Yeah.
Woo! If T.Y. dips him to Indy, I would like that. He gonna lose touches because they got Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
And you have to be a run first team. But woo, I wouldn't mind that whatsoever. Replace T.Y. for A-Rob. Ooh, that's something. Oh man, but that's enough for us. This has been the Prideful Takes podcast. Obviously it's our boy Mike. Follow us on Twitter at Prideful Takes. If you guys see any news, please feel free to tag us in it. Catch us on Facebook at Prideful Take. Not only do we go live there, but we also have the pick'ems and all that good stuff. And if you don't have a Facebook, we're also on YouTube at Prideful Takes. Visit our website, www.pridefultakes.com. Not only do we have every episode of the podcast there, but we also have original articles. And check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, the Prideful Takes podcast. Mike, Brody, it has been a pleasure like always.
Yes,
any final words for the people?
I hope you guys had a fantastic holiday. Yeah, man, I think that's pretty much it, man. I'm ready for this NFL playoffs to start.
Who you telling?
I think it's gonna be a good one.
Yep. This right here is lining up to be one of the best playoffs we've seen in a long time. But obviously, to piggyback off of what Mike said, I hope everyone had a safe Christmas. Obviously, New Year's is around the corner. Let's make sure we're smart. Obviously, if y'all want to have fun, please have fun, but make sure you guys plan accordingly.
One last thing, man. We almost to 100, man. Keep sharing it.
Yes,
we appreciate
sir.
all the love, the support, and I think I had a lot of fun being on this show. So, man, I'm looking forward to what 2020 have for both of us.
Yes, sir.
Guys,
yes, sir. Our Facebook page, we're at 92 follows. Once we get to 100, it's gonna be. I'm gonna be acting crazy. I'm gonna be acting. But oh man, this has been your boy Pride. On behalf of Mike, we'll be back here Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central. Be safe, and we'll see y'all then. Be safe.
Knew where that was going. That was a great read. Lillard from the logo. That'll quiet the 2
on the season. 2nd and 1 for the Bills. They handle the rush. Allen looking. End zone.
To Shohei Ohtani. Center field. Let's watch it go.
Did several of those inside low kicks.